Welcome back for more Skyrim with Requiem. Just picking up where I left off on my relatively new two-hand light armor Barbarian Argonian character on Requiem 1.9.4.1 with the AZ tweaks overhaul. And it's a rainy day here in the Rift, and I'm just trying to proceed around the lake, grabbing what loot that I can, and tackling whatever enemies seem like they're going to be within range for me. So that's the goal for the character, and well, hopefully you like seeing early game content with this mod combination, because well, that's what you're going to be getting from me for a little bit. I decided to slow down the pace of my videos slightly because often I'll skip over things that are like the early stuff. Sometimes I'll just skip over a few levels while I'm doing whatever it takes to level up. This time I decided to take it at a more relaxed pace and actually show what the process looks like of building up a character from very early. And looks like there's 5 guys at this bandit camp. That might be a little bit tough, but let's see how it goes. So my hope is that by showing a little bit more of the leveling process, you get a little bit more of the flavor of this type of a character. Okay, if there's only 2 of them, I'm fine, but if there's more than 2, I definitely can't take the fight. So I think I need to be backing off a little bit further and hope to kill one of these guys. They're clones. Kill one of these guys with a power attack, but of course that would involve actually spacing it correctly so I can hit them. Let's see if I can jam them up on the terrain a little bit. Oh look, a Nirnroot. And it's possible that I drew them far enough away from their campsite where I can just take their stuff. That would be an acceptable outcome as well. And I think I'll just take all this stuff. You can see why this was a pretty well guarded camp. They actually have a lot of valuables here. And this is a nice find. I get to gather up some Nirnroots.
This place is boring.
I'll find you.
Well, we could have just had a little peaceful conversation, but you guys decided that you want to take on the big guy with the hammer. It doesn't seem like a very good idea. I almost feel like I should have a one-handed weapon on this character, but I can't carry it. I think I'll dump the steel greatsword. It's just not all that useful. Okay, nothing vitally important there. I got an Orcish war axe, which is kind of a nice one-handed weapon to have as a backup, and I kind of like that, even though it's not perked, to be able to pull out a one-handed weapon and finish off injured guys when my stamina is low. That seems like a good thing. I'm just going to swim over to this island and find the location, because I'm sure I'll want to be coming back there at some later time. The troll, I don't feel very confident that I can kill that right here, so I think I'll just head for town. Before I went back to Riften, I was able to pick up a Bandit Bounty quest, which is actually over at Bethalft, which is super close to me in Iverstead, so I'm just going to walk myself over there and see if I can take on this very small little bandit. encampment. I also bought some food from the innkeeper. I've got this soup, which will boost my stamina regen a little bit, hopefully make a lengthier fight against a couple of bandits a little bit more manageable. And nice to grab a level up. I'll just allocate that after I'm done with this fight. Okay, I can see one guy with a crossbow there. He spotted me pretty quick. And I think the way I want to tackle this is to lure them around this corner. Because if I'm having to deal with ranged guys plus melee guys, that's a really easy way to get yourself killed. It's too hard to try and manage both those at once. And the fact that one of them has ice bolts makes me a little bit concerned. So I'm hoping that they'll, well, I don't know what they're shooting at exactly, because I don't think it's me, but if I can run them out of ammunition, that's certainly a plus for me. The fact that there's two of these guys is less of a plus for me.
You think you can take me?
I just want to get one of these to take a swing at me, and I really want to get a different weapon than this really slow dwarven mace, because it's hard to get yeah, it's hard to get in attacks between when they swing and when they start blocking. But it has the upside of doing some ridiculous damage like that. So I guess it wouldn't really be appropriate to complain about how ridiculously slow this dwarven mace is when it can just one-shot guys like that. But I've got to figure out what I want to do about this crossbow guy, and I think the solution is just to charge up on him. And yeah, just chop him up. And he's got a nice little selection of bolts, which is very handy. I think I'll also take these iron ingots. And I don't know what it was they were, it seemed like they were fighting something, but I'm not sure what it was. Because it wasn't me who killed that bandit. Maybe they got into a fight with the Imperials? In any event, that is a win. And now I think I want to just run back to Iverstead, and then I'll take the cart back over to Riften. So let's just go with that plan.
I hope to hear you.
I'm on the lookout to get a better two-handed weapon. The dwarven warhammer that I'm using is, I mean, it's super high damage, but the attack speed and the stamina drain on it is pretty severe. So at my current level, it's kind of awkward to use. But I think toward that end, I'm going to continue up along the edge of this mountain range here and maybe walk myself up to Windhelm and see what else I can find along the way. A couple of guys in close quarters in this little cave area, and I'd really like to not have them clump up and fight me all at once, so I'm hoping to pick off at least one of them at range if it's at all possible. Okay, one down. That's a good start. I'm going to pick up his shield because there's a chance I actually want to start using that for a moment. to fight some of these guys with one-handed weapon instead of a two-handed. Okay, now I've got a problem because I'm out of stamina. And there's an archer in the back there, so I'm gonna back out. And this enemy is pretty quick, so I'm guessing high level. And something just hit that. I'm not sure what it was. Looks like the Imperials from the camp over there are getting into the fight for me. Now let's just do a little bit of looting and see what we can find. Alright. Yeah, thanks guys. I guess I was wearing Imperial armor, and maybe now it means I have to join the Imperials in the Civil War, because they kind of saved me there. Let's see what we find. Finn's loot, Ring of Eminent Health. I'm not thrilled about any of those. Okay, I'm really tired of this slow swing speed, because wow, it is just so much easier to do these fights with a one-handed weapon right now. But the payoff for being two-handed will come later, so I need to keep leveling that up. Let's see what we find. Whitbane Remedy. That's kind of cool, having a disease-specific cure. I like that. I've found Mistwatch, and that might be... it might be too hard for me. But I think it's at least worth giving it a try. Not very inspiring damage from this crossbow. I think I want to be one-handed against a guy with a shield, and just kind of trying to keep a visual on where the archers are. I can see one crossbow and then the other guy up on the battlements. So I'd like to have something between me and them, like this big rock encampment. That's pretty good for me. Oh, it just feels like I'm moving in slow motion when I swing this thing. It's just awful. Alright, so that's gonna recoup my supply of bolts, and I think that crossbow is better than the one I'm using right now. And I don't think this archer can one-shot me. Oh yeah. That's a little more like it. I just heard someone call me a puny weakling. Where is he? Well, this looks like a marksmanship training.
Thank you. One of the guards dropped this key while I hid. I wager it would come in handy for you. Please hurry.
Stamina potions are very timely.
You can't beat me! Someone do something! God damn you! I submit.
Ooh, that was a little close. Let's eat some food and climb the tower. Steel battle axe. Boots of resist fire. That's not what I need right now, but a generally good item.
Hear something? Over here.
Oh crap, there's a mage too. Okay, that's more than I can handle all at once. Yeah, 4 guys in that little space, that's a bit too much for me to handle. So I'm gonna make them come down to me. Actually, on second thought, I'm just gonna abandon this quest for the moment because there's a caster guy up there, and it's not worth taking a death to clear something that doesn't have any particular reward to it. And I'll just have a better chance at it if I revisit that later. So, Mistwatch is to be continued. So I successfully walked myself over to Windhelm without any real incident. I stopped by the Bonestrewn Crest. No dragons there yet, obviously, but I was able to pick up a pretty good amulet basically for free. So now I have 2 different pieces of stamina regeneration gear. Pretty nice to have. The first one came off of Gion the Fist, of course. Anyways, that is all for now. And thank you for watching. If you're enjoying this series, hit subscribe and keep an eye out for more videos coming soon.